Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Who do you want in your corner? Do you want me in your corner? You want Clay Maxey in your corner?
Why does nobody want me to?
Who do you want to cheer for?
Why is everybody against you?
I'm not against you. I'm not against you. I'm for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm for you, Bart.
That's a great question, Bart. That is a great question. You know what? We're rooting for you. You're exactly right. We're going to flip this whole thing.
For us to win, you don't have to lose.
Just know that because we are all rooting for you. If you come up short, it'll be crushing for all of us.
It will. It'll be like we lost.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show."
go.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, Bart shot 90 yesterday, but that's really not the story. I mean, it's really not the story. And I know we're going to get all the details on the round. I took calls and texts about it all day yesterday, and I'm sure many others did as well. I got to pay tribute to the man in the arena as we begin the program today. I mean, seriously.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
No,
tired
seriously.
face over
Seriously.
there. Oh, yeah.
I want you to consider what Bart's done in the last 30 hours. Drives 2.5 hours to Mountain Home. You know, seriously, Monday. Monday night regales people with stories of his life. You know, advises them on gambling. Gets a little rest, goes out, plays a grueling 5.5-hour round of golf. After producing the program, after setting up, after doing all the things that nobody sees. Then he drives back 2.5 hours last night, gets a small amount of sleep, and he's here to entertain you this morning. How many people can pull that off and still look good doing it?
Yeah.
And still look good doing
I
it.
agree. I was thinking about it all day yesterday.
I mean, really. I got calls on the way back.
Listen.
I got texts in the afternoon.
We made a horrible mistake doing this. We failed on the live scoring. We failed to think of the interest that there would be. We just thought it was going to be a fun little bit. And it turns out the world was interested.
They were.
They were calling the pro shop
That's awesome.
at Big Creek, asking for updates. Brad,
Hey, that's
Brad
when you know
Simons
you've made it, man.
was coming out like getting updates and going back and answering the phones. It was like the old times.
That's awesome.
It was like the Pony Express on a golf cart.
It was the biggest
carrying the
thing in
news
Mountain
back
Home
in.
yesterday. Let's just be honest. It was the biggest thing in Mountain Home
Mountain
yesterday.
Home Live was out there streaming
I know,
live.
I know. On their local television channel,
whatever,
streaming
yes.
service, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. I don't
They
know.
went live
They were live.
at Big Creek with Bart.
There were 10,
You were
15,
mic'd up.
20 people
You were
at
mic'd
times.
up.
Yes.
That's when you know it's big
Wait
time.
till you see this video.
When you're playing golf and you're
Wait
mic'd up.
Whenever this video, it's going to take some time because there is a terabyte of footage. There is a lot of footage. And it was drama. It came down to the last swing.
I know.
It was just a total grind. Bart had to go no worse than 2 over with 3 to play.
Yeah.
And that is not where he
Well,
planned on being.
especially when you've been playing all day. You've been up since what, 3, 4, something like that, Bart?
Yeah, well, listen, you left some minor details out. Bart had the setup, for the show and the teardown was a lot. And then he had to do all that before he went and played golf. And then, of course, the junior golf clinic got canceled. That had to be emotionally draining. Apparently, they couldn't get the kids all out of school.
Well, there weren't enough notes to go around. And Bart had spent so much time with the preparation and the life message and didn't get to deliver it.
He had a really unfortunate lost ball situation that we didn't think was lost. It was on the edge of the junk. And it was up ahead of where any of us were, and we saw it bounce, and we thought it was right here, and 20 of us couldn't find it.
Wow.
And it took a while, and we couldn't find because we knew it was there. We were convinced it was there, but it was also just some really sort of deep rough.
Could have
and
been anywhere.
You could have been walking on it
Yes.
and not seen it.
Right.
And so he had to go back and re-hit. And I know, and that just took him for that took him for a bit of a ride.
I was going to say, that'll take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah,
right there.
that was like playing an extra 2 holes for him. And but boy, did he battle! But the emotion, Chuck, was what we see right here
I can only
on a
imagine.
daily basis.
I can
when
only
he's
imagine. I
talking
didn't get to
about
see it.
how Doug Schaus doesn't need to be an official anymore, or he's just whomever's on his wall of shame that he just hyperbole, just over the top on whatever. That was Bart. Surrender Cobra. I saw that a few times. Head down.
Well, but see, here's how I view it.
Head up, excitement. He was dancing at one point to some rap music.
You and I both know, above all other things, Bart is a showman. He is about the show. And 90 is the perfect score. It's the perfect score for the show.
It's
If he'd come in and shot 88, it'd have ruined the bit. If he'd shot 83, it wouldn't have been any fun at all.
No,
And if he'd shot 98, his spirit would have been broken. So 90 is the perfect score, actually. Well done, Bart.
Yeah, good.
Well done.
Actually, really well done.
Man in the arena.
A lot of people.
Man in the arena.
A lot of people tip of the cap. Bart had never played the course before.
I know, he walks out there. He just walked out there
never
cold.
even seen it. Never even rode around once in a golf cart to look at it.
Well, he had the whole place rooting against him, too, in the morning, except for like me and 2 other people. Everybody else was rooting against him. I was with you, Bart, every step of the way. I know you felt my support out there.
Clay Henry was shotgun texting me on the way home, which I couldn't answer. You know how Clay, he'll get on a text and you respond, and then he'll send you, I don't know, somewhere between 11 and 13 texts in a row.
Well,
right
it's
after
because
that.
he's sitting down at home.
Stream of
You
consciousness.
it's like he's
In the recliner.
relaxed and
Yeah.
away he goes.
Yeah, he's probably having his, early evening cocktail.
Figures you must not be
Figuring out
doing
what
anything
him
either.
and Gene Ann are going to do for dinner. What are they going to grill? What are they going to cook? What are they going to stare at the deer while they're eating? What are they going to be? What's going to be happening? And he's just texting. And he said, as Clay does, he's like, I told Brent, the superintendent out there, I told him that Bart's going to shoot 83 today. After he
Actually, Clay told me that too.
yeah, he saw Bart play 3 holes. Bart got up and down a couple times, had a sandy, got up and down out of the bunker, and it, 2 was a little. He duffed back-to-back 3 woods on 2, and I thought, you gotta have a big number early, and it's gonna. But he didn't. He righted the ship, and he was, 2 or 3 over through 7 holes, and then they got a stretch there 7 through 9. That'll get you.
Well, when you sent me the 43 after the front, I think I texted you back. It's going to be close. It's going to be close because things just come into play on the backside. Fatigue, pressure, the whole deal. Having to hang out with you guys
Fatigue's
for 5
the big
hours.
one. That's the big one.
All that stuff comes into play.
Yeah. Well, he kept grinding. Bart, tell us what it was like. Tell us what it was like.
It was tough. It was a long day. It was mentally and physically draining. But we hung in there. We battled.
You're a team.
I was feeling pretty good through about 7 holes, and then lost the driver there for a long time, long stretch, and couldn't hit fairways.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
I think I had about 4 penalty strokes on the back 9, and that was really the difference.
Was there a point where you could feel it slipping away? Was there a point where you felt like I can get it back right here? What was going through your mind,
It
Bart?
was the lost ball situation was crushing.
I got you.
Because I watched the ball. I saw it bounce a few times, and then
Well, you had 24 caddies, and they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So,
Tough scene.
It's hard to get good help sometimes.
Tough scene.
he did have a lot of support. We were all
100%.
everybody was rooting for him.
100%.
A lot of listen. He hit a I don't know, a 30-yard shot in on a short par 4, and hit it up there at about 12 feet or something, and the crowd went wild.
Yeah. Let's go, Bart.
Yeah,
Bart's
all
walking
that.
down
They're
the fairway. Let's
clapping.
go, Bart.
All the videos you sent, you could hear the support in the back.
Yeah.
Like, "Attaboy, Bart. Let's go, Bart."
It's on our Instagram story. The amount of
I was
texts.
grinding over some putts. I hit a lot of putts.
We can't do
There's a
this
lot of
again
putts.
without some sort of scoring that we can give to the masses, because Chuck and I can't field texts like that.
We
just need to
did
direct
not
them to
factor
social
live
media.
scoring in.
Yeah.
We did not factor the live
Well,
scoring
also
in.
we didn't tell people, hey, follow the social media.
Yeah.
Edward did a good job of updating it.
Yeah,
Good job out of you, Edward.
We should have said that on the show.
But I'm gonna tell you, as great as that was, the night before, and I forgot about this. I should pull these videos. We'll maybe do it at some point today and listen to Bart giving advice and just holding court at the Big Creek Country Club.
I've seen the pictures. It
on
was
Monday
a rapt
night.
audience.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was-
rapt.
I mean, Bart, you had I haven't talked to Chuck about this yet, but we may have to change the name of the show.
We got to get your name on there.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
yeah, no, you.
I don't think so.
You have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we might be. This might be like a college game day situation.
Could be.
We have to, add Pat McAfee, Bart Pulpit. That's. I mean, he is a star.
Well, you really, this was your moment, and you handled it well. I mean, you really did.
I gave it a shot.
You gave it everything you had.
I gave it a shot.
Yeah, but the
it a shot.
emotions. I watched the emotions, and I didn't know what to do. I go over there and
go
talk to
hug
him.
him.
Well,
Yeah,
I went
give
over
him a
there a
pep
couple
talk.
times, and just like, hey man, if I told you had 3 holes to play, and all you got to do is shoot 2 over, and that's all we're doing, you think you could do it? Yeah, I do it.
See, you don't know whether to be positive or to like talk to him like a guy friend, make a smart remark,
get
to lighten him
yourself
up. Yeah,
together.
come on, man. I mean,
Get yourself
Jesus.
together
I mean,
here.
we're
Everybody's
spent all day here for this.
Everybody came for this.
Come on.
We've all put a lot of time and energy
Yeah.
into this. You gonna let this happen?
Exactly.
What are you gonna shoot over 90?
What,
Really?
Are you tired?
I mean, good God, of course. Who's not? I think I said, so I had a mic on too, and we had a camera crew there, and I was sort of narrating off to the side from time. Do you tell people what's happening so you can shorten the video and you don't have to show every shot? Because we can't be out there. We can't we don't want to put out an hour video. And at one point I said, he's tired, but I mean, this is the working man's game. This is what it looks like to be a working man and play golf. There's millions of people doing it all over the country.
Reminded me
This
of
can't
the
be
way
an excuse. I'm tired.
Yeah, it reminded me of the way Arnold Palmer played back in the day. The working man out there grinding it out on the golf course.
Yeah.
Very, very similar.
Well, I was
style.
thinking of it more of you have a job and then you go play golf.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about his
Yeah, no.
workmanlike
Well, that
approach.
too. Now, maybe-
just to the whole thing.
That's the other thing is maybe it shouldn't be this hard. Maybe you shouldn't spend your time outside of work working so hard. Maybe maybe like throw a line in the water and sit there. Is your body hurt today, Bart?
No. Physically, I mean, I'm tired, but physically fine.
Yeah. What kind of effort can we expect on the show the rest of the
I'm
day?
gonna give it everything I got.
Just
Wow.
boy,
It's amazing. It really is. And it's only Wednesday.
I'll tell you what.
I mean,
How was that burger at the Kings River Country Store? Average? Disappointed
I was disappointed.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I was disappointed.
that you don't hear that very often.
I
about
was
that
quite
place.
disappointed.
They had it in the warming rack already, and it didn't hit the spot.
No,
You
it
wanted it right off the grill.
You got to be there in the daytime, man.
Yeah.
When everything's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
catfish.
I
too
needed to
bad.
stop for gas, and it was right there.
Bart,
so
Bart wanted to hit that marble stop.
I
He's like, he told me
I
before he
know.
got in the car.
I understand.
Not home.
I've been there.
He said, "Is that burger still good at the Kings River Country
Yeah,
Store?" And I said, "Well, yeah, everything's good there."
Yeah. It
Then I
is.
thought to myself, it
after
might have been
hours.
in the rack all day,
Yeah.
and I don't know. And
Well, you just caught him at the wrong time.
yeah, well,
yeah,
it was a day.
it didn't do it for me.
You were still a long way from home then, too.
yeah.
It was a day. He made some big putts just to keep himself in it, and when he did, he celebrated.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
And the audio on this has just got to be phenomenal. Bart talking to himself. I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
I can only imagine.
It's going to be awesome, man. There was one moment where he was crouched down beside a green, and I just was looking at him, and I was like, "Oof, he's going through it."
Hey,
I felt bad for him. And then we got to
the pressure
this-
of a major
the
championship is
same
nothing
hole,
like this.
the same hole where he'd lost his ball that we didn't think he lost. Scott Tabor had put 3 glazed donuts on the bottom of the pin.
Tabe told me he was going to
They
do
were
that.
they were in the hole, and Bart ate one of them.
Ah, it's awesome.
He
I
was,
gotta lead into the bit, man.
yeah, he was. I feel like he was like, maybe this will change my fortune.
I had heard there were going to be glazed donuts on the course.
I mean, it was a dirty glazed donut too, right off the
Bet
bottom
it
of the cup.
was. Ooh. I think they started on the top of the flag, and over the course of the day, they just kind of like ended up down in the cup.
It was a good time. We'll get back to talking Razorbacks and stuff here in a second, and we'll take calls. We've already got a caller on the line. But seriously, the Big Creek Country Club did a phenomenal job hosting everybody.
did.
They had a great event on Monday with Plainview Beef. Plainview is going to be the exclusive beef provider Big Creek Country Club. All their burgers and steaks, all that stuff's going to come from Plainview. And so it was a big time on Monday night, and then a great showing on Tuesday morning yesterday. What a great place! What a great golf course. Did you like the course?
Yeah,
I mean, other than the fact that you were trying to win a medal.
No, it's great. It's great. Like just in really nice condition. Really great tough test of golf. Fun course to play.
Yeah, it's good. All right.
Hard to break 90 though.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Hey. Yeah.
First time out, he walked out there. I mean, I'm not casting stones. I mean, I believe.
I don't
me,
know
I'm
anybody.
not.
I don't know anybody that is.
Yeah.
Anybody that was there was, tip of the cap to Bart. Bart got a lot of hugs, signed a lot of autographs, took a lot of pictures, kissed a lot of babies.
That's our guy.
Yeah. By the way, next up, the Fayetteville Country Club. We don't have to drive as far.
It's a shorter course, man. The putting's going to be critical there. Putting will be critical at Fayetteville Country Club.
Yeah, but it's par 70, so we got to figure this out.
Okay.
Well, he's going to have to break 88.
Well, we're calling it breaking 90, but I guess it's breaking Bart. So
It's
Breaking
It's
Bart.
Breaking Bart.
Breaking
Yeah,
Bart.
that's a serious.
Do you feel broken?
A serious name.
No.
No, he's not broken.
We got some
He's ready for another battle.
We got some new places to go then. Good morning, 618.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make
Here's
it.
my point.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
JD's in Fayetteville. JD, good morning.
Bo, are you an idiot or what?
Oh, absolutely.
I tell you, I just wanted to give you a soundbite, to be honest. I don't think you're an idiot. I love your show.
That's a good one.
That's a good drop.
Thank you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
622, good morning.
Man, I'm glad it's a home game this weekend.
Yeah.
Three straight.
You got Razorback football live tonight.
Yep.
Bobby Petrino
That's
at
right.
Catfish Hole.
7 o'clock, 7 bells.
The players will be there.
Yeah, that'll be fun tonight.
One of the things that's been mentioned a little bit by Petrino is like he does everything. You know, he explains why they do things in great detail. And not like long-winded, but he'll give you details on the routine, for example. And this was him talking Monday about what they've been doing that's different.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I like coming in on Sunday. I like to get in and have a good team meeting, go through the special teams, watch the entire video with their position coaches. And then we went out last night, and the guys that played a lot in the game, they ran and conditioned mostly to get the soreness out. It really helps get the soreness out, helps you get better for today. And then we practiced the young guys, the guys that didn't play a lot. Now, not some of the guys that played some in the game still practiced to work on improvement and getting better. And some of them wanted to practice instead of condition, and I'm always all for that. I thought it was good. I think that's what helps you get the game behind you and move forward. So today's an off day for them, and then tomorrow when we get grinding, everything's just on A&M.
That'll be that was yesterday when they started that.
I was over there Sunday morning, and I can tell you there's a different feel with some coaches when Sunday's a work day. Coaches do it differently. We've had some coaches here over the years. Sunday's been a practice day. Monday's been an off day. Lots of teams do it that way. Houston Nutt, way back when, did it that way, and there have been others. And that's the way Coach Petrino does it. Others take Sunday off and go to work on Monday. I think that's the way Georgia does it, for example, and that's the way Coach Pittman did it. But, yeah, Sunday had a little bit different feel about it. I mean, you knew it was a work day. And that's just, again, coaches have their preferences, and that's always been his.
Well, he's got a philosophy, and he's trying to make some changes. And, seeing what he can do, what he thinks can be done to make a difference is what we're all watching unfold right now. How much of a difference will it make? A&M comes in as I think, more difficult opponent. I think they're a better team than Tennessee. I mean, they are. Yeah. Their front seven is going to, you would think, give Arkansas fits.
This is a great defense, and it's an offense that, for example, has not lost a fumble this year. I mean, they don't make a lot of mistakes. So, I mean, they're a very, very solid football team. This is a good A&M team.
Offensively, they've got a great quarterback, sort of like Arkansas's Taylon Green, that can really run, can really escape you, can throw on the run, can beat you with his legs. It's going to be a tough task. The line coming out to open the week at 7.5 was a bit surprising. But Arkansas is at home. They've shown they could be in any game this year, that they're not fumbling outside of the Notre Dame game. That game, I don't even know what we say about that game. It's just so hard to analyze. There was a lot going on. I think Memphis beat them twice in some ways in that game, or the accumulation of the season.
I'm not sure Ole Miss didn't beat them 3 times.
Yeah, but you would expect that Arkansas would be in this game, but I think nothing against the players they have. I mean, they've got some players that can go, and they're not as bad as some people make them out to be. But A&M, if you're looking at one of the teams that has a chance to make a serious run and win it all, I don't know why they wouldn't be in that. The thing that's killed A&M this year is not necessarily turnovers, but they have made a bunch of mistakes. They have had a lot of untimely penalties that have not cost them in terms of losing a game, but made things more difficult than they needed to be and could be taken advantage of if they make mistakes. And obviously a lot of football comes down to that.
A&M's lost. They lost Le'Veon Moss, outstanding running back. But so much of what they do is, and you touched on it there, is similar to Arkansas in the respect that from an offensive standpoint, I mean, they are quarterback-centric. And Marcel Reed's the kind of guy that he can make something out of nothing. And just when you think you've got him, you don't. Just when you think you've got the angle on him when he's running the ball, you don't. So, in many respects, this is going to be a quarterback game because so much of what both teams do centers around the quarterback. But they're both going to have help. Arkansas has got to be able to, they've got to be able to protect Green, number one. But, there were points in that game Saturday where Arkansas ran the ball well. I thought they ran the ball well early in the game. They've got to continue to do that. And then you've got to follow up on that with points. So, because that's what A&M's going to be trying to do. But A&M will probably be tougher to run on than Tennessee would be my guess.
Yeah, Arkansas still a 7.5-point underdog at Oaklawn Sports, where you can download the app today and new customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Download it in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. You can bet with Arkansas's best sports betting app. It's Oaklawn Sports. Bet with the brand you trust.
Think about that line for a minute. Arkansas is 2-4. To the outside world in a spiral. They've lost 4 in a row. Coach has been fired in the midst of all that. You've got a guy in with an interim tag. You're playing the 4th-ranked team in the country. I mean, a team people are talking about in terms of winning a national championship. I'm not saying 7.5 points is not a significant line. It is. But it wouldn't be unusual to see a double-digit line in a game like that. My point is that there's still in the back of our minds, certainly, and I think still in the backs of the minds of the people that watch this nationally, there's still that respect factor for what Petrino's brought to the table, maybe a renewed spirit. I think we saw it in the Tennessee game, and people think we might see it again. And I just, many times in a game like this, Bart knows more about it than I do, but I was a little bit surprised the line wasn't bigger, frankly, for A&M.
I was a little surprised as well, Chuck, and I'm also surprised that it hasn't really moved, that it's just kind of stayed where it is. Now, I expect we'll see some movement as we get closer to kickoff. A&M is going to be without Le'Veon Bell, their leading rusher, or Le'Veon Moss. Le'Veon Bell was another running back.
He was
Le'Veon
pretty
Moss,
good, too.
Yep. Le'Veon Moss, their leading rusher. Going to be out for an extended period, so that probably has it kind of stationary right now. I would expect as we get closer to game time, it's going to move one way or the other. My guess is it moves a little bit more towards A&M nationally, but here locally we might see it move a little more toward Arkansas.
So what gives Arkansas a chance in this game? Don't make mistakes.
You can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
Well, I was just thinking about how you beat teams, because look, not every team can get up for every game, and A&M could come in here and not have their best effort, but they're good enough to win without their best effort, but for you to make them pay for it, you've got to not make mistakes, penalties, turnovers. Obviously,
you got to be perfect.
You don't have to be perfect, but you got to put enough pressure on them to pay for not playing up to their talent level.
Yeah.
But those games happen all the time.
Right.
It's can you take advantage of it? Can you do anything with it? And that's where you got to be more sound than Arkansas has been able to be.
There's been, just while we're on this subject, there's been some interesting line movement so far, like just this week on games across the country. For example, Georgia Tech was a 3-point underdog at Duke. They're now a 1.5-point underdog. LSU opened as a 1.5-point dog at Vanderbilt. They are now 3-point dogs at Vanderbilt. LSU is a 3-point underdog at Vanderbilt, which is not a sentence I ever thought I would say in my life.
Is this how you said it Monday night when you were talking to the people? Is that the way you said it when you were around home?
I can play it.
Were you a little more animated?
A little more animated.
Yeah.
It wasn't 6:30 in the morning.
I understand. Yeah. By the way, Bart shot 90. We're getting texts. People may not have been up right at the top of the hour.
We'll open every segment and close every segment with that. Yeah. Bart shot 90 at 6:31 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here.
Just
let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're
Hey,
coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
morning, Bart.
welcome in.
Edward.
I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, let me talk to you about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. 2 reasons. One, they do a great job, whether you're buying or selling, and second reason, they're about to bring us breakfast. So, we love them.
Well, that's the kind of people
in a
they
deep
are.
way right
they're
now.
They're serving people.
They are. That's exactly what they do.
There's a lot of stuff moving around in the housing market right now. The government shutdown and all that. You're telling me about how it affects loans and all that. I would want somebody that kind of knows what's happening.
Well,
and how to
right.
navigate
And
it.
actually, they are helping me right now on a matter that involves that.
Yeah.
And they know what they're talking about. And that's the thing that I've always felt with them is they are, they're confident in what they're telling you, and that makes me feel confident, whether you're a buyer or a seller. And, if you're buying a home, chances are it's the most money you've ever spent in your life. You need a good guide. You want somebody who's there with you every step of the way, who's been there, understands your situation, who listens to you. All those things are important. And, there's going to come a time when you sell too. And they can advise you on that. Maybe you'll wonder, is this the right time to sell? They know. They do understand the market, and they do understand and can read what's at play, and that's going to benefit you whichever side of the table you're sitting on. Now, they're in Washington and Benton counties, right by. They're in Fort Smith, Branson, and you can always log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Post-game comments, post-round comments for Bart, if you've got them, 877-377-6963. We've got a lot of people
We're gonna have to
keyboarding.
Stream.
They're keyboarding in.
We got the live stream thing. We're gonna have to get to work on this
Stream
before the
and
next
live
event.
scoring.
Yeah,
we need live scoring. We'll have to partner with someone on that.
Right.
This was quite an event yesterday. I got a call from Clay Maxey on the way home, and he said, I've determined what it is that people like about Bart. And I said, well, I can't wait to hear. What is it? And he said he's just so genuine.
That's exactly right.
Like everything about him is genuine.
Boyish charm.
The ups and the downs, and I'll tell you exactly what I think if you ask me. And that was on full display. You can probably hear me giggling in the background as Bart is. I'm videoing this because I look up and Bart is just in the middle of the bar area at Big Creek Country Club, just fielding rapid fire questions
in his element.
about games that people want to pick for their pick'em league or they want to gamble on. And I mean, he's got no notes. He doesn't have his phone out. He's looking nothing up. He is just stream of consciousness, shotgun answers.
Get up to the show in the morning.
At Arizona State minus 10.5. So Arizona State, that depends on whether or not their quarterback's going to play. Texas Tech has been clobbering everybody they've
won
played,
every game by 25.
but they haven't really played anybody. If Sam Levitt's not playing for Arizona State, I would lay the points and take the Red Raiders.
We got Memphis at UAB, and there's 21.5.
Oh, Memphis. Battle for the Bones. The trophy is Alicia Ribs. Memphis.
There's like 4 of those. We'll get another one where he's got Vanderbilt in there. He's got they win the game outright, and it's Bart in his element.
Oh. At a country club bar talking about betting college football. I mean, is there anyone more at home than
I think
Bart
we got to
in
do
that
this. I think we
situation?
got to have like sort of a little party the night before where people get to come and meet Bart, maybe
a meet
bet,
and greet
maybe
with
bet
Bart.
on
A
whether he's going
gambling
to break
seminar.
90 or not.
Gambling seminar.
Yeah, maybe just put their bets in on whether it's like a Calcutta.
Ooh.
But it's Bart. Who wants to buy Bart?
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
We need to have a Calcutta.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like this.
That could change
Listen,
a lot of things.
This is a thing. This is a thing. We're going to have to raise some money because there's cost involved with the
there
production
are.
of the video that we I mean, the video, you got something yesterday that most people will never have in their life. I mean, you got a full round.
You were the
of
star of the
mic'd
show.
up playing golf with something on the line, and it was all about you. I mean, it doesn't really happen unless you're a PGA touring professional.
Well, man, you've got connections. Can we not pitch this to FX or something like that? I mean,
Potentially.
I mean, we got something here.
Potentially.
Bart's Joe Everyman out there.
Well, the problem is at some point Bart's going to get better, but then we just, I guess, drop the score.
Well, we just stop doing it.
Can Bart drop?
Once he gets good, it's no fun.
Can Bart break 85? No, it will stay fun. You just got to stick with a number.
I got
you just move the scale,
Breaking
right?
85.
Listen, I'm telling you, man. We were making the turn and we were crossing the road, and there was a truck waiting for us to go through the crosswalk. And I think they're just being nice, or that's what you have to do there. They roll their window down and go, "How's he doing?"
That's right.
I mean, it was all day.
It's incredible.
JR's in Shady Grove. JR, good morning.
Morning, guys. How y'all?
JR, doing fine. How are you?
Doing fine. I guess I'm gonna ask a really hard question here, and I don't know if we're ever gonna get to know the answer to it, but the thing what I would like to know, and a lot of Razorback fans would like to know, analyzing this year, going back and analyzing and seeing what took place, is there going to be a spreadsheet ever set in place where we can see what money was spent on defense, offense? I mean, is that something that's never going to be seen by the public to see exactly what went down? I'm just trying to figure out what.
Let me ask you a question about that, though. What do you want to know and why? Like, what is it?
How much are they paying that guy? That's
what's
what he wants to know.
What's your premise?
That's not, well, my premise is I just want to know, if it's all about money and we're trying to figure out, who can get the best players for the dollar that you're spending, is the defense, I mean, at the end of the year, just say if we don't win another game, just say if we win 2 more games, whatever. I'm trying to figure out, like everybody else is, it's all about the money. So if we spent 80% of what we had on offensive players and 20% on defensive players, and you got a coach that was making $4 to $6, $8 million a year, at that point, I mean, he doesn't have control over that, I guess.
I don't.
Am I right to assume that?
Well, a couple things, okay? It is all about the money. But then you're in the game. And then you're back to kind of square one. Square one is, how do you get somebody to come to the University of Arkansas and not Ohio State? But you got to be on Ohio State's financial commitment level to even have that conversation. So if you're not in that tier, you're down in a lower money tier, okay? You with me so far? We're down in a lower money tier, and now your pool of players is not the same. So whatever that tier is and whatever those teams you're competing against, I don't know, Michigan State or whatever, that's your tier. But, yeah, you're not even – like, we can talk about how much money they spent on offense or how much they spent on defense, but the bottom line is they don't have enough of the kinds of players that Tennessee had or that A&M has or that Ohio State has or other teams like that you want to mention. But I'll also tell you, if you have that money, you still have to get to a point where you can get the players. Now you're just on a decision level for a player. Like, that player's not even considering you if you don't have a certain amount of money. But you still got to get them to come to Arkansas over some of those other places.
Would you agree that offensively, though, I mean, we spent money. I mean, offensively, we can score with anybody, right?
Well,
I mean,
you got a really good quarterback and a really good offensive coordinator.
I think when you look at how the money's divvied up, which is kind of what it sounds like maybe you're driving at.
Right.
Quarterbacks, guys who can go get the quarterback on the other side. Guys who can play quarterback for you, guys who can go get the quarterback on the other team. Those are the guys that are going to make the most money. That's where most of your money is going to go. You said something there at the end that I want to come back to, and I want to make sure this is understood. This idea that a general manager is going to make a decision to spend more money on this side of the ball or bring in this player, pay this player that, and the coach is not going to be involved in that discussion. That's not going to happen. He's going to be involved in every discussion on every player.
Okay. I'm like every other fan. Yeah. You know, we've been enamored with this money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. So we're trying to, at the end of the year, you know, I mean, if Ole Miss, I'm just going to use an example, can get Luke Paz or whoever his name was to go down there. I mean, we always use Ole Miss as a comparable school.
Let's
right?
be honest.
I mean,
let's be honest. I like Luke Paz. He hadn't made a lick of difference for him this year.
He's also been hurt. But JR, you're on a good point. We got to hit a break. I want to come back to this because part of this is I think people will give some money. They want to know where it's going. And I think, Frank Fletcher, for example, knew exactly that he was going to help get Taylen Green here through his relationship with Petrino is one example. But if you go to somebody and you say, hey, I need X to get this pass rusher, that's unbelievable. That's a different conversation than, hey, we're trying to raise $20 million.
I think that's the conversation you have to have, though. I look at basketball. Yeah. There are guys that are basically, I'm not going to say they're the sponsor. I'm not necessarily, I'm speaking generally.
They kind of are.
But they kind of are. Yeah. And I sort of think that's kind of how it works.
648, good morning.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Mo Show.
Football season is here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com. Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea, and when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen. The Chuck and Bo Show.
got to match Chuck Barrett's intensity. I mean, when the guy's in the booth, he's a different kind of cat.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, doing it right. They had us all set up over there at Big Creek Country Club. And they're going to they want to jump in and help do this thing with Bart. Go to another place, you know. I mean, look, they go all over the place anyhow, putting great roofs on, great materials, certified crews, and you know, all the best materials. Teamworkbuilt.com. You can check out their website, teamworkbuilt.com. I can't recommend better people to you. They're going to do a great job. But they want to help Bart like break 90.
Well, Bart would probably like help him put on a roof. So, I mean, it'd be great.
It
would be a great trade-off.
We'd have some of the roofers play for Bart.
That's right. Have
We
Bart
can
up
do
there
all
hammering
kinds
on
of
the
things
roof.
with this,
That'd be
Bart.
awesome.
We can do all kinds of things with this. I was genuinely surprised at the interest.
I feel so much FOMO around this.
Well, you're going to be
all the videos and everything. It looked like a great time.
We'll skip the meeting we were going to have today, and I'll just tell you, like, we've got to get this fixed where you are not the only one sitting in that chair.
I mean, those videos coming in, I was like, man.
That could have been you out there, like, making it happen out there.
What a great time.
You would have had a great time.
I got one word for you.
But we got to get that seat replaced over there.
Jackson
Gotta have
is your answer. You got to teach Jackson how to work that over there.
There are other candidates. Jackson is a man-on-the-street talent.
That's right.
That's what Jackson's
Well, then you got to
talent is.
find a nuts and bolts kind of person to come in here and handle that. So
if
you
anybody
can
is
travel.
listening, students, if you wanna,
this isn't a
internship.
LinkedIn thing, Edward. You're gonna have to get out there and hit the streets. You're gonna have to knock on some doors.
You got to recruit some
You're
real
gonna have
talent.
to go to some, junior
It's not
league
about a
type
warm
things.
body.
You're gonna have to get out there to some mixers and meet some people.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you're looking for one of these shows that just sort of eases into it in the morning, you're not quite awake for this. I mean, you might just start picking us up around 6:30 because we just dive right in.
I've been up a while.
I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm talking to the person listening right now that their alarm goes off with the Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah.
By the way, that's half of America. I don't know if you've seen the ratings. That's half of America.
Astronomical.
It's Chuck and Bo, Fox News, and then whatever else.
And it's close at the top. Don't kid yourself.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Some pretty clutch breakfast we've got right here. Thanks to Brandon Long, Weiger Realtors, the Griffin Company. We've got kolaches. We've got blueberry cake donuts.
Look at these. That was clutch. That was right on time, right on the spot. Looking at these cartoon drawings that we got in Mountain Home yesterday. I mean, I can't say enough about how cool it was and how much it meant to us to have the people come out that we had come out and the people that participated with Bart. Did you see that, Edward? These cartoons. I'll show them to you later, but there's one of them right there. The Chuck and Bo. I love Chuck and Bo.
That's
and they
funny.
got Chuckin spelled, like Chunkin and Bo with a EUAX.
I like that.
And then the guy on the other side says doofus.
That's silly.
Yeah, it's good.
It's playful.
It's good. We got
playful. Good word.
I mean,
I
we
love
had
Bart.
Phillip out
Those
there
are the
yesterday.
those are the new ones that are going to.
Who's this? Who's this jackwagon that texted in or messaged us on YouTube that we just want to talk about golf and it's the biggest football game of the year? What's the guy's name? Stan. Call in. I don't know if you realize how this works, but if there's something you want to talk about or you want to hear about. But breaking down the A&M game, tell me exactly how you'd like us to break this down.
We talked about it in the last hour.
We did, but beyond that.
He must not have been up.
I mean,
dogging it.
Chuck's just hammering the rest of that kolache.
I am. I'm just listening to you. You just keep talking.
Yeah, I'll just keep going. But if you want to talk about something, we have a phone line. Or if you have a question and you can't call and you need a text it in. We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio. Well, we're not just radio. Sports Talk YouTube. Sports Talk
video
digital.
streaming.
Yes. But, we
live competition. We have it all.
We're also in arguably the entertainment business. And we thought it was entertaining yesterday with Bart. And we had a big time. Part of this show, too, is we want to get out in the communities. We want to be in Hot Springs. We want to be at Oaklawn. We're going to be. We want to be in Mountain Home at Big Creek. Hey, next Friday, a week from this Friday. You ready for the announcement?
I'm ready.
We're going to be at the Fayetteville Country Club.
Wow.
A week from Friday, we'll be at the Fayetteville Country Club.
Breaking Bart tour continues.
The Breaking Bart tour continues. We'll do the show there on Friday morning. It'll be a new experience, Bart.
It ain't over.
Yes, that's right. And who knows, we might have some special guests come by. I mean, it'll be a big day. Friday, that's the Friday before the Auburn game, which that game time's been announced.
Yeah, it's an early game. So
winnable game, 11 a.m.
11:45.
11:45.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What? I did see that.
It's
I just didn't even
the
sound
SEC
right to
now.
me.
It's buried on the SEC network.
Why 11:45?
Well,
where's the extra 45 minutes coming from?
The network has started staggering their games a little bit so that they're not on at the exact same time. So
like they have a 3:15 game now.
Which, by the way, this is how the NCAA tournament does it, and this is how college football should do it because it's just silly to do it any other way. But stagger the start times so that not every game is at halftime at the same time.
All right.
I fear after this trip, Bart's going to be emboldened and everything's going to be, well, here's what they ought to do. I mean, it's really a simple solution.
Yeah.
Everything's
I don't know why.
like
What do you mean after this trip? That's what Bart's been doing for weeks. Rod has been holding. Rod is a loyal listener, and he's a truck driver, and he's called in at 7:06. And hope you're having a good morning
Rod,
so
what's
far,
shaking?
Rod. What's going on?
Oh, it's just a beautiful morning. I just went through the scales.
Went through the scale.
That using the phone. Yeah, that using the phone thing is complex, right? I mean, heck, I've got a Bluetooth AI-enabled headset, and I just tell it what I want, and it goes out and gets it for me, right?
Yeah, that's
So, yeah, I mean, call somebody, it calls somebody. Send a text, it sends a text. Read the text, it reads the text, you know. So I ain't got to be that bright, which I'm not.
on your hey, real quick on that, on your AI headset. How often does it get it right versus really screwing up what you tried to say?
Yeah, I've threatened to throw it out the window a time or two because I've said something that would repeat it back to me. I'm like, that's not what I said.
Right.
I feel like I got some kind of speech impediment.
For those of us,
going on here.
for those of us, Chuck and I, that voice text that happens routinely.
I like Southern AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Rural AI.
Yeah.
You know, where it understands you.
I do realize how bad
knows what fixing to means.
how I've lost all command of the English language when I'm voice texting.
Yeah.
Gonna shows up in there. Wanna shows up in there a lot.
Yeah.
And it's kind of embarrassing.
I just spell it out.
Yeah.
I just go ahead and type it out.
You don't really voice text and then edit it.
No. Oh, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess it is if it doesn't do it right. But anyhow, Rob, what's on your mind?
Yeah.
What's going on this morning?
Don't say y'all. This smoke will start coming out of it.
Oh, I've tried it.
Well, money. Everybody's worried about the money. Okay, it's not always the money. You have to have enough, whatever that is. Evaluation, player evaluation. If Tennessee had Nico leaving, we'd have another win under our belt right now. So, we could have wasted money on his brother. He would have probably been even worse. So, coaches, evaluations. The problem I have with the last staff, missing on evaluations, wasting precious money instead of going out and finding a lock and spending all your money on that. Also, once you have the right players and the right coaches, buy-in. Once you have the right players and buy-in, then you start getting, what Ole Miss gets. So you have to have, the money spent in the right place, the right players, and buy-in, because they're in the right position, and they know they're in the right position. You can feel it. So,
I hear you, but I'll say, how of all the players that get drafted every year in the NFL, how many teams come out with an A grade on how they drafted? And these guys that's their whole job. They spend all their time evaluating. I mean, I don't know how much money they spend on that. They vet them from a character standpoint. And then you get guys that get there and it doesn't work out. And it used to be, we talked about this a lot before, we were paying players in college. You would spend, as an NFL team, all your time and all your money basically investigating a player, right? Because they're about to get the most money they've ever had in their life. And how are they going to handle it, and what are they going to be like once they've gotten their paycheck? And now that's in college.
Yeah, that's, to me, the biggest question. When you start talking about a lot of these transfer kids, how are they with money? I mean, what's it done to them? And not just what's it done to them, what's it done to all the people around them? Has their whole family moved to town? I mean, are they living off the kid? Because sometimes that happens.
I've heard stories, real stories, where, you're staying at some casino resort, a team, for example, and the players and the coaches are all there, and you can go play blackjack or whatever. It's 18 and over, whatever it is. And the players are at a $100 minimum table. And the coaches are at the $25 table if they're playing. Just think about that.
Well, I mean, some of these players, if they wanted to, could move into the coach's neighborhood. I mean,
some of them could. Not only that, it's all discretionary money.
No,
the coaches have mortgages and families and kids to pay for and all this. I mean, the players are this is all discretionary money.
Well, they have no expenses, zero in life. They have no expenses.
Other than what they choose to have. Yeah. It's not like they've already got a life built, most of them.
I want to go back to something you were talking about a little bit earlier, the tiers. The tiers of players out there. There are tiers in the portal, too. Rod was talking about, you got to go out and, you got to spend that money on this, this can't-miss guy. Those are the guys at the top tier.
And who is can't miss, by the way?
Well, but there are some out there that unless they really screw it up, they're going to be good players. My point is this. Those are the most expensive guys. Unfortunately, Arkansas has not been in the running for the most expensive guys. Now, you get to that middle tier, all right? Pretty good player. You know, maybe a character issue here and there. Might have been suspended a time or two. But, man, he can play, and he's big. And we can get him for this, so let's go get him. And then you get a guy that he didn't even start at the place he was at before. But because the position he plays, there aren't very many of them out there. He's picked the right time to go into the portal, and he's being paid a lot more money than he's worth. You do get into situations. It's happened here. It happens everywhere. It even happens at the good schools that are going to be playing for the championships. You'll pay a guy, you'll give a kid NIL money, and 6 months later you'll look up and it's like, man, we might as well have just thrown it in the fireplace.
They just have more of them, but more room for mistakes.
Right. That's exactly right. And a school like Arkansas has no margin for error. Kind of like it was in recruiting back when you couldn't pay them. You didn't have a whole lot of margin for error. That has not changed, and it's not going to change.
When you talk about evaluating, you got a couple different things going on. Who can you get? And then beyond that, like, where are you going to put the money you do have? And do you pick 4 or 5 spots and then just try to fill in around that?
Well, look at Arkansas basketball, for example, this year. I'm sure this would be a hard sell for Coach Cal, but if one of these transfers, just one of them, maybe not quite as good as they thought he was going to be, and at the end of the year, well, they might have paid him a little bit too much, it's not going to wreck your team. I mean, they're still going to be good because it's a numbers game. They've got so many of those guys that if one of them doesn't quite pan out, you're still going to be all right. When you don't have margin for error, when every penny's got to matter and you don't have the luxury of missing, you miss on 1 or 2 guys, the whole thing's blown to hell.
The other thing that's interesting to me is you're not, LSU has money, Georgia has money, Ohio State has money, but they also have a great tradition and a recruiting area that people want that to go to Georgia, like high-end recruits. And I haven't seen outside of Texas Tech. Texas Tech went out and bought their roster. But these traditional powers still have an advantage of guys growing up wanting to play there. Guys in their home state wanting to play for LSU. I'm not saying that's the only place they come from. They get players from other places. But you're dealing with that too. So if you're Arkansas, and I'm not trying to be depressing this morning, but if you're Arkansas, it's like you don't just have to be in the game. You got to be like Texas Tech and be willing to spend more than other people, which is also a slippery slope because when you're paying a guy and he's only coming there for the money, it makes it an even bigger risk on what you're actually going to get when they show up on campus.
See, I think Arkansas, whatever they do in terms of this search, they've got to find him somebody who can go out and win with the type players that you're talking about. Players that are similar to what Curt Cignetti's winning with at Indiana. Players that, a coach that can turn a 3-star into a 4-star. You've got to be able to do that. And, that's where coaching really, really matters. And that's why at a place like Arkansas, it is really important who you hire because I don't know that you're ever going to be blessed with the riches that the others are. So you better be able to do some things the others can't.
And we're talking about money. I think about First Security Bank. They're more than banking, though, Chuck. Sure, they have all the things that you need to bank better, but it's more than that. They're all in on local support and convenient locations. Friendly local banking is how you bank better. FSbank.com. You can check them out online. First Security Bank, member FDIC. I'm glad you said Curt Cignetti because I was about to talk about Cal being an easy example of, part of this is it's way different in basketball. I'm not suggesting it's easier, but the number of players that you need is significantly less than you need in football to be a championship program. But it does start with the leader. Believing, and that's why we love coaching searches. That's why people want to talk about the coaching search around here. And Cignetti is another example of feeding into this. Like when you see a leader, a coach that has the ability to go in and create something that wasn't being done there before or take it to another level. In college football in particular, we spend more time talking about coaches than anything else. I mean, it's happening right now. You know, whether it be Penn State or Virginia Tech, Oregon State, Arkansas. I mean, how many job openings are there already?
Well, they're the face of the program.
And now, you know, people with like Matt Rule at Nebraska are answering questions about whether he'll be the coach there next year. Or is he going to Penn State? But it is the ultimate hope of a program. Because the belief is if you get that guy, he can make all these things happen. He can evaluate, he can get people to give money, he can get everybody excited, get them on board. Players are going to want to come play for him. That's what Cal's done.
Well, sometimes you've got to catch it in a bottle too, though. I mean,
which is hard.
Which, you know, everyone always cites Indiana, and they should. I mean, Cignetti's done a great job. Well, it's not like there's a Cignetti on every corner. And it's not like, I mean, he didn't get a Power 5 job till he was 62. So a lot of people got fooled over the years. A lot of people missed out over the years. And people were still skeptical when they hired him and skeptical even after he did it one time. Those guys are very rare. I mean, it's not like there's one on every corner. It'd be nice if there was.
Also, it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out with Indiana. They look really good right now.
I give him full credit.
I give him credit now, but what's it look like the rest of the way? And
I think it'll look about like what it looks like right now. I think he's ingrained his culture in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, how long can he sustain this? You know, 7:18, the Chuck and Bo Show.
One thing before we go to break, we have multiple texts. Bart shot 90.
Bart shot 90.
Bart shot 90 yesterday. Bogeyed 18.
Straggling in. Bart shot 90.
Bogeyed 18 to shoot 90.
But that doesn't really tell the story.
No, it was a
heck of a putt on 18 to shoot.
Yeah,
90.
It was. Was that a 15-footer?
About 12-footer.
12-footer. Yeah. I mean, it was. I was watching
Center
it.
Cup.
I got to tell you, Chuck, I was exhausted watching him.
Well, I was exhausted from answering all the texts. How's Bart doing?
Yeah, it was. Yes.
Yeah,
people
I'm telling
all day.
You, into the night. What did Bart shoot?
Bart shot 90 on the number. So now we're doing it again at the Fayetteville Country Club.
It lives
next
on.
Friday, not this Friday. Next Friday, we've got to get the live update thing going.
We're gonna have it figured out next Friday.
We'll have it figured out. We didn't realize. I mean, we thought it was just going to be fun, but the interest was.
People were actually wagering on it.
Yeah. People
Chuck included.
That's right.
It was like March Madness.
And he had a push. I mean, my gosh, we had all that money changing hands, and he shoots right at 90.
It's Wednesday. Chuck's at the Catfish Hole with Bobby Petrino tonight. So if you don't have plans, but don't forget you can catch it right here on the radio as well.
They're all crazy. Yeah. And I don't mean that in a critical way. We got issues in this room. I'm going to be truthful about that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds. Professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
That's special.
We're running out of time for the fall foliage.
The fall what?
Foliage.
Okay. Is it foliage or foliage?
It's foliage.
Foliage.
It's three syllables.
Foliage.
Foliage.
Foliage. It's foliage.
Foliage.
Yeah. Foliage.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
And he's a wordsmith. He plays golf.
Oh, yeah.
Corrects us.
That was one of the
In
all-timers
terms of our
right
vocabulary.
there on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, it was a
I got to
great
be
moment.
honest, Chuck. I was a bit stunned on the way back from Mountain Home yesterday, realizing I didn't even have an acute awareness that SEC basketball media days was happening.
I got to be honest, it slipped by me.
And I was just like, how did that happen?
It's just one day. They just do it. They don't make the big production out of it in basketball that they do in football.
I was just kind of, and Feinbaum wasn't doing a show there on the SEC network.
Different.
But it took me back to the days before SEC basketball was good. Remember when they were really struggling to get 3 teams in the NCAA tournament? And they made this concerted effort to make it a bigger deal and to get better coaches in the league. And I feel like they've been doing that since. But this year, it was like it was not even on the radar.
It's a hard thing to do. I mean, basketball season starts so early now. I mean, you're playing exhibition games, and they're good exhibition games now, but you're playing those in October. I mean, you know, we're in the heart of football season right now. We're at the halfway point of football season, and you're having basketball media day. You're not going to draw the people's attention. You're just not. And it's not to say you should stop doing it, because I don't think that. But the idea even that you could turn it into a 2 or 3 day production, you're not going to do that in football season, because the guys that would come cover it are covering football. And so they're in a catch-22, but they do the best they can with it. I thought they added a little production value. They do things they don't do in football, but It's just tough to make it stick in October.
Yeah. Well, Cal mentioned a few comments yesterday. He mentioned things being just sort of more settled in year 2, which makes sense, right? They came in and they were playing catch up from day one last year. Once he got the job, and they had to put a roster together, and then they had guys hurt in the offseason. They couldn't really scrimmage. They're doing a lot more scrimmaging. And part of that was they put the pieces together they could get. And one of the things that they were missing with Adu being hurt a lot of the year was a post presence. And he talked about that being different this year.
You have to have a post presence or your team's a fraud. It doesn't mean you just play. All these guys that have the answer to how you play the game of basketball, you still have to be able to throw it to a guy in the post at times and get a free basket. We did it with Jonas at the end of the year, which is why we advanced. So I'm looking at this group and saying, who do we throw it to here? We don't have to throw it 50 times, but there are times we got to get a free basket. We're not making any shots. So that's what we want. We're still looking for it. We should be a terrific rebounding team, both on defense and offense. Right now, we're not. I just told Seth, we did an inter squad, and there were 15 clips where a shot was taken, and not one guy went to rebound offensively. Well, that can't be who we are.
Honest evaluation.
Yeah, and when you look at who they've brought in and the additions and the returnees and all the people that are going to make up the roster, I mean, I think about Pringle and Ewan, the new guys. What kind of presence can they provide offensively and defensively? You don't want to be into the season saying, I didn't see one guy go for an offensive rebound. It's not terribly concerning right now, but if they do it in the games, obviously it will be. But Pringle's a guy that should give you some putback points. He's a guy that when he gets his defender on his hip, you should be able to lob it inside and get a basket. He sure did it to us.
We've heard a lot about TB, Trevin Brazil.
And everything I hear about him is that he's just 10 times better than he was last year, and he was pretty good then.
As a post player, but a guy that can get a lot of rebounds and do a lot of good things for you. And Cal offered a challenge for him yesterday at this SEC Media Day event as well.
Yeah, you saw it. He smiled. I walk in, and I say, finally, I can see you smiling. I've never seen your smile. I want him to have a ball playing. Listen, he should be a double-double with 4 to 5 blocks every game. And if he's not giving us what he's capable of giving us.
I mean, that's a mouthful right there. That's a challenge. Can he make the tough basket? Can he make the tough basket? Brazil is, we know about his game, and I mean, man, it's good. And clearly they're challenging him. But, can he be a little more physical?
Yeah, he might be the best athlete on the team. Like
Probably
we just talk
is.
about
Probably
athleticism.
is, yeah.
729-877-377-6963. If you miss any of the Chuck and Bo show, you can catch it on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube, or wherever you get podcasts. Video version on YouTube at Chuck and Bo Show, and on social media at Chuck and Bo. The story is still up there from Bart's Round yesterday on Instagram. You still go watch kind of the story of Bart shooting 90, which what a story it was.
I mean,
what a day.
And
what a
Facebook
story.
for those without Instagram, like Chuck.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't figured Facebook out. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know what to do with it. I've spent time there over the years, but I don't really go there now.
Are you saying it's beneath you? Is that what you're trying to say? You're a snob? You're a social media snob? Is that what you're saying?
If you enjoy fake AI generated stories and,
I do.
and getting scammed on the internet, then Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah, Petrino somehow wrestled an alligator in Lake Norm.
Saved the
down
puppy.
there at the baseball field.
Saved a puppy.
Saved a puppy. He was going for a walk at lunch and saved a puppy out of an alligator's mouth.
See, those are the kind of stories I like. I like stories like that.
I know you do. And that's why they exist. Because of people like you, that they're made just for you.
Know your
It's
audience.
That damn
Give them what
smart
they want.
news app that
Give
you're
them what
on.
they want.
I'll never get rid of that smart news app now that I installed it onto my phone. I get these.
I don't know that you can.
It measures all your algorithms.
It
knows your
itself
thoughts.
from being deleted.
It knows your thoughts.
Yeah. I get some weird stuff, so that's interesting. I'll tell you what else is interesting. Hey, we talked about the event on Monday night. Plainview Beef brought steaks over, fed everybody at Big Creek Country Club. I mean, just a testament to the taste and the nutrients in their beef. I mean, if you're buying beef, you can't get a more healthy product, but it tastes amazing. You know, not everything healthy tastes amazing. But this is just like having the best steak you've ever had, but the way they take care of the cattle on the front end of this thing, really, all the way through the process, delivers nutrient-packed beef. So whether it's fillets or ribeyes or ground beef, you can get 6 8-ounce fillets for $99. PlainviewBeef.com. PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get 12 free beef sticks, which were great on the golf course yesterday. I mean, you're out there on 12 or you're getting hungry or whatever. I mean, it's a healthy snack. It's not chewy, and you're getting, 10, 12 grams of protein and giving you the energy you need the rest of your day. So you're getting your protein, you're getting nutrient-packed beef. Get 12 free beef sticks. Use Chuck and Bo. Not show, just Chuck and Bo when you order at plainviewbeef.com. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because we don't want
to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm getting texts from the grounds crew at the greenskeeper at Fayetteville Country Club. Do you want Bart to break 90 or not?
I want him to.
Course preparations are already, notes are being made.
Thank you, Chuck.
Do you want Bart to break 90 or not? This is so funny because this whole conversation started out of, we're talking about how tough Oakmont is.
Because they're playing the U.S. Open.
Because it's just, it was insane how hard it was. And I said, or Chuck once said, what do you think you would shoot if you're playing Oakmont? And Chuck and I have like a number of, 150 in our minds. And Bart's like, I'd break 100. And you and I simultaneously said, no way.
It's one of the great moments in Chuck and Bo show history.
That's where this whole thing started. And for Bart now to say, like, come on, guys, don't make it too hard on me.
He's walking it back. He's saying, what I meant was a normal day at Oakmont. But we were speaking in the context of the U.S. Open.
What do you mean a normal day?
We weren't speaking in the context of a normal day.
You went out there and played right now and played from the member tees. But on that day, if you went out there and played, there's no way you're breaking 100.
If you shoot 90 at Big Creek, the idea that you're going to break 100 at Oakmont on any day, pick a day, is a little bit hard to believe. I'm pulling for you. I'm your biggest fan, Bart. I really am. I really am.
Liar.
I am your biggest fan. But think about that. I shot 90 at Big Creek, but I can break 100 at Oakmont. I mean, just think about that statement for a minute. You'll want to walk it back when you do.
Fine. Set the courses up as tough as you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Wow.
Like whatever.
Look, I told him.
You want the boy to carry the show for a couple of weeks. I mean, do whatever you want.
The idea is to play courses the way that they are.
Yeah,
the way that they are, and so
he's walking out there.
If you're trying, these are places I've never seen before. I've never played before.
Sight unseen.
And you're talking about tricking them up.
No.
I'm with you on that one, Bart. I'm with you on that one, Bart. Sadistic.
Sadistic.
It's
twisted.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Michael Myers on line one.
I mean, I just wanted to set what the challenge was all about. And you've never played Oakmont before either, but you were confident in breaking 100.
Well, sure. Why not?
I mean, okay, what if we trick it up? We make it as hard as it can be, and we'll make it 100. Can Bart break 100 at all these courses? However hard they want to make it. I mean, we're really getting into some.
See, I think he'd do
stuff
that.
here.
I think he'd do that.
You think?
I
so?
think you could trick it out and he'd still break 100.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
What if he can't keep it on the green? Like hits it pin high, rolls off.
Well,
okay. Now here's the thing. And I don't like this on any golf course anywhere. Even when I'm watching like a pro tournament, if I'm watching the U.S. Open or something, I don't like when good shots end up poorly.
Well, nobody does. I mean, nobody.
Again, that's what was happening at Oakmont when you said you could break 100.
That's right. That's what all those guys were going through on every shot.
I just want to go back to what actually happened. That's how it all started.
Do whatever. I'll take it on.
No, let's just
take it on.
Keep it what it was. That was the conversation. Brent's and Cersei. Brent, good morning. You're on Chuck and Bo. What's going on?
Obviously, I don't have to donate to your favorite charity today, right?
No, it was a push. It was a push. No money changed hands. I had to give it all back.
Maybe a little juice.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, okay.
How about $20 to the breakfast fund?
We didn't charge juice.
Hey guys, I'm coming. I'm coming to see y'all Friday after the show. I'll be in the parking lot.
All right.
What if we're not here, Brent?
You just tell me where you're going to be, Bo Hingley, and I'll be
We're going to be at the golf course.
Here's Bart's
creepy.
address.
That's kind of creepy. I don't like that.
No, come on. What's going on, Brent? What do you think of this weekend?
I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready for us to take care of business. There's no doubt.
Now, tell me why you believe they have a chance against A&M.
It's Texas A&M. We always got a chance. We always play well against them. We've always got a chance. we've got a fighting chance. Coach Petrino's going to call up some ball plays. We're going to score some lots of points, and we're going to stop them just enough time. That's how we're going to win the game.
Man,
Poor Brent's over there going, oh, A&M, it's always close by. That's not
No,
true.
it is pretty true. It's mostly been true.
They are good games.
They're mostly good games.
Sometimes.
As long as you don't try to dive into the end zone from over the pile from the 5-yard line.
That might not be the best move.
And where is that guy now?
I don't know. That's one of the – listen, I'm going to be honest. That's one of the sad stories to me in college athletics.
Yes, it is.
One of the sad stories, and I don't even know what's going on with KJ now. KJ Jefferson, when Kendall Briles left and they brought Enos in, that was just a disaster, and it hadn't been the same for him since. And I think NIL money didn't help. He was a good kid. Had a good game. I mean, he could play, but he had to be in the right system for him. And there's a lot of quarterbacks like that in college. But man, that went south. It's too bad.
It was too bad because he had his sophomore year at Arkansas, and it was great. He beat Texas A&M. I mean, he was fantastic.
Well, Brent,
yes.
Thanks for the dose of optimism this morning. This one looks a little more difficult for me to be optimistic about.
A&M's better than Tennessee, but that doesn't mean you can't win the game.
They went to Notre Dame and won.
They did. They did.
Yeah,
Thanks, Brent.
man. Yeah.
Have a good day, man.
Yeah. 745-877-377-6963. If you want to hop on the Chuck and Bo Show, I want to thank Flight by Yingling for being a part of Bart's Breaking 90 tour. Breaking Bart is actually a better name. It's what we need to stick with.
Breaking Bart.
Breaking Bart. Flight by Yingling bag. He had a flight
Bart could not
hat.
be broken yesterday, though.
We had Flight by Yinglings on the course. And Flight by Yinglings, 95 calories. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Ask for it when you go out to a restaurant. Walk-Ons, for example, has it on tap. But you can pick it up at the store. Skinny can, 16-ounce resealable aluminum bottle to take to your tailgate. Flight by Yingling. Raise a glass and raise the bar. 746. Good morning. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eye. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is a new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Razorback Stadium or calling the Hogs anywhere in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpots grew to nearly $500,000 last spring. Now you can be our next big winner, even if you're not in the stadium. Get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at RazorbackRaffle.com.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're going to be there, right?
Maybe.
Well, I'm saving you a seat.
I'm giving it the big maybe.
The hard maybe.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Apparently, everybody's a candidate for the Penn State job. Are you a candidate?
Well, if they want to hire me, yeah, I'd do it.
Coach Airy at Mountain Home was probably asked about it at his news conference this week. The coach we had on the show yesterday, head football coach, Mountain Home. Everybody's asked about it. Eli Drinkwitz, Missouri head coach, talking about it yesterday.
Last week, it was really unfortunate that Kirby's name got associated to something that was a complete lie. He'd never interviewed, didn't talk to anybody at Arkansas. It's a bunch of bull crap put out there to try to create distractions and a narrative that then comes over after the fact, after the game. And it's really disappointing this stuff happens because, again, Twitter ain't real, and it's just a bunch of bull crap thrown on message boards. How do I block it out? I ignore it, and I get mad about it when people ask me about it. No. As far as my name associated with everything, that's awesome for the University of Missouri. It means we're doing something really good. It means that our administration is committed to excellence. It means all the investment that the people here have made has resulted in our success. Yeah, that's what I'd say. It's a tip of the hat to the University of Missouri.
So his offensive coordinator was rumored for the Arkansas head coaching job. I forgot about that.
Supposedly he interviewed by Zoom, and it was, that's believable. Yeah. I mean, like the day after Sam Pittman's fired, like Hunter interviews the Missouri OC via Zoom. Yeah, I mean, who couldn't see that coming?
That happens every day. FaceTime. They did a FaceTime in a Dairy Queen parking lot.
I mean, yeah, that was probably a little bit.
How stupid are some people, man?
Pretty stupid.
What I mean is to just
naive. Naive's a better word. I think people don't understand how it works.
No, I'm talking about like the people who are reporting that sort of stuff.
Well, they're naive, and then yes, you have to question the intelligence of their ability to do the job, or what is the job. I'm telling you guys, we've talked about it a bunch. It doesn't mean that we're something special, but I'm just telling you there was a day when credibility mattered. What you said you had to be held accountable for. What we have, in not everything, there's still reputable people in the media. But what is media anymore?
Whoever has a phone.
Anybody can have a platform. They can curate content. They can take things, pictures that other people created, post them, repost stories, develop a following, and there are several of those in Arkansas. And they have no idea, they have no access to actual things that are happening, nor are they trying to really report any sort of fact. They are just going with clicks.
That's right.
They are going with likes. Social media becomes dangerous for media people when it becomes all about the likes as it pertains to news and information. You can have opinions, you can do entertainment, whatever, but as it pertains to news, sports, whatever, that kind of information, you got to know where the information is coming from and is it a credible source?
Well, when you have a story like that, that's why coaches hate the media. And
That's right.
And then you have media people, oh, how come that coach hates the media
because then
so
the
much?
coaches
Because of that.
have to deal with it.
That's right.
And it becomes another thing they have to deal
and
with.
Unfortunately, in this era, the media cannot police themselves because they're not all, they're never together. Guys just type stuff up on their computer, send it in, and it's like they're not even a human being.
There's a little tip for the day. It's almost 8 o'clock. Chuck and Bo.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I put the old Keurig on, hit 10 ounces strong because I gotta have the strong.
That's
button.
true.
And because if you're drinking coffee, man, you need to actually
Go all the
drink
way.
coffee.
Go all the way.
Like when you could see through the coffee, like if you were to put coffee in one of those glass
That's
mugs
just brown
and you
water.
could see through it, that's disgusting.
That's horrible.
I mean, if you could see through a clear coffee mug through your coffee, you might be a bad person.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
There's our guy Arthur right there from Vermont. Arthur is, we hope, doing well and is joining us now on the Chuck and Bo Show. You can get in here too at 877-377-6963. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm getting ready to go to this little physical thing for a job I got.
What is it?
So
you got a job?
Yeah, I do.
Stop the presses.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm going to be making socks. I need you guys' address. I'm sending them out to everybody for Christmas.
That's fantastic.
I'm
Socks.
benefiting from all this tariff mess, I guess. Yeah, I just wonder what it seems like. I don't know what happened. It's like, what's with these coaches now have the game awareness or make decisions like pretty much like an 8-year-old playing Madden on easy mode. I mean, can we not? What happened to 3 points? Is it not good enough anymore? And I'm watching this game on Monday, and this guy Don Orlovsky, I don't know where they dug this guy up from, but he is
Dan.
He is like your 8-year-old nephew on Madden, like 4th and 26. Oh, you got to be aggressive here. But it's like Atlanta. It's like.
I thought he was pretty good. I didn't hear that one.
Atlanta is got a 4th and 4. They're dominating the game pretty much. They got a 2-touchdown lead right before halftime. Why not kick a field goal and make it a 3-score game going into half? No. And then here's the brilliant
This is
part.
gambling points.
Instead
situation.
of like. And then
You're screwing up the spread,
Yeah,
man.
messing the spreads up big time.
It does, but here's it's like they get down the field, the ball to Bijan Robinson and London, and then let's go away from that on this 4th down play. We really need 3 yards, and man, we're not going to get the ball to those guys. That's what they're going to be looking for. So of course they missed it, and then on the next drive, they get down there and if the guy goes for a touchdown, I get it. But at the same time, once again, if he just goes down, they get another 3 points. It could have been 27-7 at halftime. It's like we're what. And then I was watching this other team, James Madison, on Saturday, and it's like,
oh my God.
yeah, it's
Arthur.
They're down inside the 10. It's like when they score 0-0, and one thing I like, when I was in, I got a chance to read John Madden's a biography that he had written back in the 80s, and he talks about getting some points early in the game, and then it kind of just breaks the ice, because he made a statement: the longer that scoreboard sits at 0, the bigger it is to get that 0 off, or the more pressure mounts. But anyway, yeah, that's just my today's commentary. I don't know.
It sounds like it wasn't a very good gambling weekend for you.
It has not been.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I need to find a job.
I understand. I don't think we realize how much this impacts.
It's such a bad weekend. I had to go find a job.
I go make some socks. I mean, that's just stuff you can't make up. Other than John Madden's book, being in prison. Like, what was the selection like in the prison library, or did they bring the cart by?
Actually, in county, it's terrible. But once I got to, I was lucky when I got to a permanent spot in, it was in Western PA. It's called Laredo. It had a really nice library, and then people would send me books too. And anything sports related. I read the book Friday Night Lights, and then there was several books I read about Western PA football, and those were good about the high schools in Western PA. So I just stuck and I read anything about what was it, Bringing Down the House, which is about counting cars. Pretty much anything crime related or sports related, I was down as long as it was true.
Oh, right. That's wild. It almost sounds like it benefited you going to prison.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess it. I mean, look, I brought it on myself, and it definitely. Let's just say that it was definitely when they told me I was going federal. It definitely was it was the buzzkill moment. Yeah, it just definitely changed some things about me for sure.
Well, I could see how that would happen.
Yeah. But you're doing great now, Arthur. That's the main thing.
Other than how doing great. Than not having coaches, manage games better for point spreads.
That's right. That coach cost you some money. James
I'm
Madison.
telling you.
Well,
right,
Arthur,
thanks, guys,
Arthur,
I'll
thank
talk to you
Yeah,
later.
call
All right,
back
Arthur.
later this week with a preview of the A&M game. We got A&M, the first of 3 home games coming up. I'm fascinated by Arthur's journey.
I've just got this vision of the magazine cart comes around.
Yes.
It's like Sports Illustrated from 1996. You read about Super Bowl 18 and, just old magazines.
I need to,
old books.
The only thing better for Arthur would have been if one of these reality prison shows had been at his prison. It would have been so cool if he'd been, in one of those shows and we could go back and just kind of watch, what happened there. But I feel like we get, an audio version of that
we're
on
getting
the show when he calls in.
This is a post-prison production. This is what you see when they're, on the outside.
After release?
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show, a post-prison
That's
production.
exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
We're all about, what's the word, recidivism? We're all about reduced recidivism.
That's,
something like
that's
that.
above my head. Yeah.
That's what they say on
That's something to hear in the library.
Yeah.
877-377-6963. Bart shot 90 yesterday,
He
right on
did.
the dot, bogeyed
He did.
18 to shoot 90. And we're doing it again at the Fayetteville Country Club a week from Friday. So the Friday before the Auburn game. Bart's got the actual top 25 over there. We'll get to that. But if we go to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room right now, can we just – I feel like we need some sort of understanding of the coaching vacancies real quick. Just recap the coaching vacancies that we have so far.
Yeah, so Penn State and Arkansas, the top 2 jobs.
You think those are the
open
top 2
at
jobs?
this point? Most definitely.
Would you rather have the Penn State or the Arkansas job?
Man.
I mean, most people are going to say Penn State.
Most people are going to say Penn State.
I think
but-
people don't realize what James Franklin did there.
Yeah.
He obviously made the job a much better job than when he took it. But it is a traditional power. But Nebraska is too, or was, and Matt Rule seems to be maybe restoring some things there.
I bet he's the guy.
Matt
at
Rule's
Pennsylvania.
going back to Penn State.
Yeah, I bet
Penn State's got a lot more money. I mean, they really do. They've got big money.
He's from State College.
Yeah.
He went to Penn State. He met his wife at Penn State.
He didn't
Good
say,
friends
I'm
with a
not
lot of
going.
people
No,
at Penn
he
State.
spent 3 minutes talking about everything.
He said,
but
I
I'm
love
not going."
Nebraska. I love my job, all this, but not once did he say, no, I'm not going.
We don't have his quarterback talking about it, do we, Edward?
No.
Yeah,
I don't
his
know.
quarterback, I heard his
Raiola?
quarterback said something about about how he wasn't going anywhere. That his wife loved it there, and she had a business there, and even if he wanted to go, he couldn't go.
Yeah, they say the same thing about players right before they go in the portal.
Well, he's running around telling all the players that. I'm like, man, you guys are going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't see him. I don't see him not going.
He should be called number one for them.
Well, and now you contrast that with like Cignetti. We were talking about him earlier, and his name's come up. I don't think Cignetti leaves Indiana for Penn State, but I think Rule leaves Nebraska for Penn State, even if he's not an alum.
You know what's interesting?
I think you leave Nebraska.
I think Cignetti would be more likely to leave Indiana for Arkansas than he would for Penn State.
I don't think he's likely to leave for either place.
But do you know why I'm saying that?
Yeah.
Because he seems like the kind of guy that wants to go somewhere and do something that hasn't been done before and show people that he can do that.
Yeah. He's kind of a.
He's not
Penn
going
State hadn't won it all since '86, and they think that's their deal.
That's true. That's 20-something years more recent than Arkansas, but also it's in the
25.
I mean, James Franklin kind of brought Penn State out of the shadows, and people
they
forget
struggled
about that.
post-Paterno.
Right, but Penn State's looked at as a much bigger program than Arkansas. I could totally see Cignetti wanting a
100%.
Mississippi State,
I agree.
Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Kentucky job.
Fine, you still don't believe in me?
Show,
I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to show
do it
you.
in Indiana. Now I'm going to go do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy he seems to be.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy.
Also, by the way, the more I watch him, like he's 60-something years old.
He's 62.
He does not seem it.
He's like
he seems
he got to the
very
party
youthful.
late, but he's ready to party.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he
got
seems
there. Like a guy in his 40s.
They didn't hire. I mean, he didn't get a Power 4 job until he's 62.
I got a legit question.
All right.
How much does hair color play a role in this?
He plays some.
Hair dye, hair color. Like, honestly.
He's got a pretty
Seriously,
severe
when
dye
you turn
going.
Saban on game day, he looks younger every week.
Yeah. Oh, they got a lot of hair dye.
Well, I mean, and I'm not. I don't know if Cignetti does, but we know what
He
Ryan
does.
Day does with his
He
beard.
does.
I mean, like honestly, Chuck, if you had hair at your age,
I'd color it.
You would? Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Ryan Day
I mean,
does
I
a
think
lot
it
of
makes a
cosmetic
difference.
things.
But by the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I like casting stones. I just think it's interesting. Like here we are talking about what a coach looks like. I mean, it just the coaching search thing is just it's really something. It is.
And every fan base thinks we can get that guy.
Well, and how many times does it work out?
Well,
anywhere for anybody.
Here's the thing. Okay, so the next jobs, the next tier of jobs, UCLA. Who's going there right now?
Thanks for getting us back on track.
Who's
Jerry Neuheisel?
Who's going there when you have to travel all the way across the country to play games?
Jerry Neuheisel was going to go from tight ends coach to head coach.
He's not even the head coach, and he's getting all the credit for everything.
Virginia Tech, which has largely not been the same since Frank Beamer retired. Oklahoma State, they got no money, so I don't know. I don't know who they're going to get. And Stanford, another team that now has to travel all the way across the country just to play conference games.
Yeah, but somebody just gave him $50 million.
I'm telling you guys, we have not seen. We will over the next few years, but these Pac-12 schools that left to join the Big Ten, to join the ACC, they're going to run into some problems, and the problems are going to be that nobody's going to want to go there. And have to go across 3 time zones to play Rutgers in a conference game.
If you want a pay raise or you want a promotion, you'll go there. If that's important to you. If it's your big break, that's when you go there.
I'm talking about just like players in general, like recruiting players.
I was talking about coaches, but yeah.
I mean, I think those programs have doomed themselves.
Doomed.
It's what Nebraska did. When Nebraska joined the Big Ten, that's the biggest mistake they made in the history of their athletics program.
Because it was the Big Ten, or because
because they used to get
they used
to get a ton of players from Texas. They moved to the Big Ten. Guys aren't going from Texas to go play in the Big Ten.
They say the same thing about us. They said the same thing about the Razorbacks 33, 34 years ago. Well, there's no question. You bite off a lot when you bite off the SEC in football.
Well, you're not playing in the areas you're recruiting.
And look, the Big Ten is that's a tougher league for Nebraska than what the Big 12 was. It is.
Texas, Oklahoma joining the league might help the Razorbacks a little bit. if
I
they
wouldn't go that
if
far.
they ever play Oklahoma.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well,
It's
he's
gonna be
talking about
3
from a
years.
recruiting standpoint, playing in those areas.
We already go get players from Oklahoma and Texas. The big misnomer is that Arkansas stopped recruiting Texas. They've not stopped recruiting Texas. They still get players from down there. We've gotten players from Oklahoma.
It's a different time.
The difference
man, too.
is
Just way different.
we've been able to go in there and say, if you want to play in the SEC, you got to come play for us.
That's true.
Now you don't have to. Now a kid from Tulsa, kid from Norman, a kid from somewhere in Texas, they don't have to go somewhere else to play in the
That's true.
SEC.
That's
They can
true.
go play for their favorite team.
I haven't heard a single thing today that's good for Razorback football. Just telling you, Chevy of
You mean
Fayetteville.
Bart shot 90, though.
He did shoot 90. He was trying to shoot 89, but he shot 90. I don't know how that was good for Razorback football either. You almost always break 90.
Almost always shoots 89.
Yeah. Chevy of Fayetteville, over 200 vehicles on the lot right now. We're in the Situation Room with Bart as we are daily. New Silverados over $13,000 off during their kickoff spectacular at Chevy of Fayetteville. Same, over $13,000 off the MSRP on 2025 Silverado 1500s. Chuck's got a Silverado.
They're great.
It's beautiful.
Highly
That's a deal.
recommend.
That's a deal. Great news. Save more with Chevy. Together, let's drive. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. It's 8:18. Good morning. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond, you're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry, it's your story.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there.
Just
let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When's the last time you wrote someone a handwritten note?
It's been a while, I have to admit. I mean, I've sent a lot of what I consider
Birthday
to be
cards.
meaningful texts. But I have...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
A&M in Arkansas, 2:30, ESPN, Saturday, the first of 3 home games. How many games is Arkansas going to win in this 3-game home stretch?
That's a good question. They could win them all. They could lose them all.
What do they have on this team that gives them a chance to win? We've talked about the turnovers. What do they have on this team that gives them a chance to win X number of games the rest of the way?
You got to be able to run the ball the way you did last week. That's the one thing coming out of the Tennessee game that I thought they did well. They ran the ball, and you better be able to do that this week because sometimes you got to keep it away from the other side.
That seems like a tall task against this
It is
front.
a tall task. It is a tall task. But it's an even taller task to be like 3rd and 7 and having everybody on their side, on the other side teeing off.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cliche-ish and it's boring. But you can't have lost yardage plays. I mean, you just can't. You can't get behind the sticks because, you go back the last 2 or 3 games when they've gotten in trouble in that area. It's been hard for them to get out.
Yeah, it's. I'm interested to see, just sort of like it felt like to me losing the Tennessee game. Okay, if you're going realistically, you're probably going to lose the A&M game just because you think A&M's that good. But then, can you get on some sort of run in the back stretch here? Interestingly enough, if you looked at the schedule before the season, maybe the back end of the schedule you thought was more difficult then than it looks now. At LSU, at Texas, Missouri, and Fayetteville. Do those 3 games sound more winnable than the A&M game Saturday? Where we are today. Not when at the beginning of the season, who knows where we'll be then. But where we are today, LSU, who's still really good, seems more gettable than maybe A&M is. Texas seems more gettable than maybe A&M is.
And I'm not sure Missouri's not the best of the 3 right now. Of those 3 teams you play in November, I think today Missouri may be the best of the 3.
But I would think A&M's better than Missouri.
I think they're yes
to this point in the season.
Yes, I would say that too. To this point in the season.
But again, teams don't always play up to their capabilities. It happens every week. It doesn't mean they can't win. You can be good enough to win games you're not playing your best in. That was probably Tennessee against Arkansas on Saturday.
I think for Arkansas to win these games, Taylon Green's got to be spectacular. I think he's got to be the one that everybody's talking about when they get in their cars and drive away from the game. For Arkansas to win any of these 3 games or all of these 3 games, I think he's
boy.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well,
that's a lot of pressure.
Thinking,
it's completely unfair.
But
I think that's where they are.
Do they have another Taylon Green on the team anywhere on either side of the ball? I mean, there's so much riding on this guy. If they didn't have Taylon Green, what kind of hope would you have?
None.
Like going.
I can tell you, big fat 0.
This guy is the MVP.
Oh, there's no team out there that would lose as much as Arkansas would lose if they lost Taylon Green. I agree with that. And I'm not saying KJ Jackson's chopped liver. He's not. He's a good player. And I think they'd still find a way to score some points. But Taylon Green's the heart and soul of this football team.
That's an example of what we were talking about earlier with dedicated money. Like, not just how much money you have to spend. You got to have all the positions. But they had a dedicated number to give Taylon Green and one guy to do it. Frank Fletcher. Relationship with Petrino. Going to get the quarterback. Taylon's the guy. We're going to invest in this guy. We're going to roll with this guy. Last year, halfway through the season, people were talking about benching him. This guy was like a franchise player if you want to go pro terms. Now you got to go find, a pass rusher, a big interior defensive lineman, game changer, a couple of great linebackers. Obviously, you got to be solid in other areas. Like if you go to the NFL, left tackle, right tackle, quarterback, outside linebacker, inside linebacker are the highest paid positions. So not necessarily the same in college. Like this is a defensive line league. You got to be really good there. But I think if you're approaching donors and you're raising money, you got to go in with that plan. Like, these are the top 5 guys at these positions in the portal that we have a shot with. And here are the numbers. Do you want to be the, pick a name, the Reynolds Foundation? You want to be the Reynolds Foundation? We'll put the Reynolds Foundation pass rusher slot. Do you want that? The Tyson inside linebacker.
I think dedicated money's part of the answer. I don't pretend to understand NIL inside out. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I did. But I've got to believe this what you just called dedicated money's part of it. Because if I'm a rich guy and they're coming to me and they're asking me for big money in the world of NIL, I don't know if I'm going to give them just general money. All right, here's X number of $1 million. But if they come and go, hey, man, we got an edge rusher that you got to see. Let's hop on the plane. Let's go down here and meet this guy. Let's go meet his parents. Let's go do this, whatever you're allowed to do by the rules.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm impressed at the end of that trip, I'm a whole lot more likely to fork over a whole lot of money than if someone comes to me and says, man, we need you to help our football program. I'm not saying there aren't plenty of people that'll do that, and I'm not saying I'm right. And I suspect some of this is already going on. And you just mentioned Taylor Green.
Yeah.
But I've just got to believe in some instances, this is at least part of the answer. I don't know, but that would just be my thought.
We may not have it all exactly right, but that's the area. We're in the conversation ballpark there. I think that's what's happening at certain places, or some people maybe they don't have to do that.
You're
but
a
I think
sponsor.
here, yeah,
You're a sponsor.
I think here that's what you've got to do. I mean, it's just part of how it has to work, because it's the biggest complaint. Let me finish this real quick. I think it's the biggest complaint of donors that they don't know where their money's going.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that hasn't changed since Remy Cofield came in and all that. I'm just giving you the big picture of, in my opinion, from what I've been able to observe, that's what has to happen.
Yeah. It's kind of like you were to ask a voter, do you want to pay more taxes? No. Well, what if we have a tax increase to build a new school right down the block from you? Well, I might be for that. So, I mean, it just kind of, are you giving generally or are you giving specifically? Lots of times people are more prone to give specifically.
Well, that used to be with facilities, and it still will be. But it was like, hey, we're trying to build this indoor basketball facility, and we've got to have it to really compete for recruits. And so you went and found the money for that, and people knew they were given directly to that.
Right.
Well, now it's players. It's not buildings.
Look, transparency matters, especially in sports. And we've seen a lot of efforts and steps moving in the right direction in some areas. Like, look, pretty much every ACC game now, ACC conference game, has the inside look and the communication with the ref and the command center.
That's pretty cool.
And you're hearing exactly how they're looking at plays, explaining what's going on, breaking it down. That's awesome. Every conference should do that. There are zero excuses now for every conference to not do that.
Wouldn't you have loved to have heard the Auburn-Georgia conversation on that touchdown?
Yes. I would have loved to hear the Auburn-Bo Nix fumble conversation.
Yeah. Well, maybe so.
You know, like accountability and transparency matters, and it's the same with giving money and where is that money going. Now, unfortunately, we're dealing with a collegiate institution, and there are rules and laws that kind of cover some of that up, but they've got to find a way around that so people know where they're giving money to and where it's going. You got to find creative ways to make it work.
I love that. I don't know why everybody's not doing that, by the way. I don't know. Why wouldn't every conference do this with the officials?
There's
the
no
SEC's
excuses now.
taking so much heat right now for officiating.
There's no
They
excuse.
should be for that Auburn-Georgia game. They should be.
I agree, but that's one way to fix it right there. Hey, if you're dealing with an issue legally, Cadell Reynolds is here to help Arkansans, and you can get a free consultation by logging on to CadellReynolds.com. They're the team that fights for Arkansans. Bill Reynolds and the attorneys at Cadell Reynolds know how to get results when it matters most. From car wrecks to denied disability claims, maybe you've got to file for bankruptcy, unfortunately, but doing it with somebody that knows how to get it done right can be a big help to you. Log on to CadellReynolds.com or give them a call, 866-314-3728. Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I don't think I've ever seen Petrino talk. I don't think I've ever seen Petrino talk before. So, yeah, I always pictured him in my mind as Michael Myers. I would always see him when we would work out and stuff. He would always be at the end of the field, just staring at us. I'm like, dang, who is that? Like,
you one thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You a big Halloween guy, Chuck?
Not particularly, but I'll have loads of candy ready for all the youngsters.
It's amazing to me, the decorations, whatever you want to call them. Can you call them decorations?
That's what it is.
For Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah.
Halloween decorations.
What else would you call it?
I don't know.
Halloween decor.
Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be scary, so I didn't know
spooky
if that was like the same thing. Like you know.
Well, decorations can be.
I mean, I get it. It's
scary or
just
not scary.
unusual. Just never mind. It was a dumb question. Yeah. So
Halloween decorations.
So I've just noticed, like, this is the last few years. I mean, this is rivaling Christmas lights and Christmas decorations, like Halloween everywhere.
It is
massive skeletons in people's yards,
blow up stuff.
Yeah, and the work that goes into this. I mean, I guess congratulations.
I'm a fan.
But you are a fan. Yeah. Do you do that at your house?
No, we just don't own a bunch of, we're a new family. We don't own a bunch of Halloween decor. But we do.
Oh, that'll
we
come.
go out for
You gonna
we do Christmas.
Take young Benton to a haunted house this year?
Young who?
Bennett,
sorry. Apologies. I asked a dumm question and now I got your son's name wrong.
Yeah.
Who? He said who.
What?
Who's
who? Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Golly, I couldn't feel worse right now. Is your wife's name Heather?
No.
Hannah and Bennett. I apologize.
I've done that before.
Ask,
say so-and-so, you think it's wife's.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I am scared to say people's names.
I am too.
I'm just downright scared. I'm like, I swear that guy's name's Gary, but if I say it, it's going to be wrong.
I know. You say it confidently and it's wrong, and sometimes you kind of like, hey, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's Bob, and then it's Bob.
Hey, man. Hey, have you met Bart? Yeah, Bart, get his name.
Bill, Bart.
I knew it was Gary.
Bart.
Yeah.
Bart.
And then we sat down for dinner on Monday, and Bart introduced himself. And I said, Mark, it's good to meet you. And I'm like, that's a call-in order every time.
Awesome.
Every time Bart calls in a takeout. Mark. So he just started calling himself Mark.
That's a smart thing to do. Calls it, and this is Mark. And I go, Bart?
Doesn't bother me.
Do you see Petrino as a Halloween figure? Because Julian Neal does.
I don't think I've ever seen Petrino talk before. So I always pictured him in my mind as Michael Myers. I would always see him when we would work out and stuff. He would always be at the end of the field, just staring at us. I'm like, dang, who is that?
Staring a hole in you from 200 yards away.
I could see that.
He's got you in his sights.
I could see that. Was that on the Razorback Daily?
No, that was in their news conference yesterday.
I thought I heard.
It's like the player turns around, you have dramatic music, and then a tight shot of Petrino's eyes, locked in.
I'm 0 for 3 in this segment, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Dumb question. Is that the Razorback Daily? And Benton.
Keep them rolling. What?
I'm just stuck on Benton High School scoring 87 points in a football game.
Can you tell us what this song is from?
No.
Chuck?
The Exorcist.
No, it's Michael Myers Halloween.
This is the theme to Halloween.
It all goes together.
Okay, well.
0 for 4.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Edward.
Yeah, thank you.
The only thing I really care about on Halloween is candy corn.
You.
Yeah.
I like candy corn, but only once a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Only at
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Only at Halloween.
That's it. I mean, you talk about something that's kind of disgusting but good, and they've been able to sell it as much as they have. I mean, good for them.
Well, you eat one or, you eat 2 or 3 of them. It's hard not to go back and have 2
I don't know
or
what
3
it
more.
is. I don't know what it is about
It leaves you
but
wanting more.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
it's just straight garbage for you.
It
but
is.
It's
Halloween.
It is Halloween. I don't Bart, will you post up at your front door, your garage? We have the garage open. We have.
Do you dress up
we have
in a
any
costume?
scary
to scare
things
the
going?
kids?
No, not particularly. I've had a run of very few trick or treaters, including none at all.
Well, the parents told them to stay away from your house. Don't go there.
Don't go to that guy's house. Just not a lot of kids in my neighborhood.
Okay.
So I still get some candy just in case, but no, I don't do anything crazy.
Okay. Well, Edward will have to be the one that tells us about Halloween. Then.
Edward will have the Halloween stories.
You taking Benton?
Bennett.
Are you taking him?
Benson?
Are you taking Benson trick or treating?
Yes.
Before dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Benson.
Billy? Is Billy going trick or treating?
Tickled Chuck.
I don't even know why it's that funny.
That's funny. That's the way Bart said Benson.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Bart makes me laugh.
Yeah. Well, anyhow. All right, we got A&M coming
Glad to
up.
be of service.
Saturday. What kind of crowd we gonna have?
I've seen a lot of tickets for sale. I'm not going to lie. The last couple of days, I think there's probably going to be about 70,000 there. Be my guess.
I think it'll be a good crowd.
I think it'll be a good crowd. I don't know
Catfish
if it'll
Hole will be a good
full.
crowd tonight.
It'll be full tonight.
There'll be
it'll be at capacity.
Man, it'd have been. Can you imagine? We keep going back. Can you imagine if they'd have won that game? Can you imagine if they'd have won that game?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Go back to all of them.
I
Ole
can
Miss,
imagine.
Memphis, Tennessee on Saturday. Can they find a way to? They just got to get that win. It's like Bart yesterday. He just had to make a par to stop the bleeding.
That's all he needed.
He had a string of pars on the front. He just had to make a par. But the lost ball situation, triple bogey, penalty, have to hit it again. All the way back to
You
the
had to
spot.
walk all the way back. You guys are playing like real rules and everything. I know you're a stickler for the rules.
I played
I
by
understand
every
all that.
single rule.
I understand all that.
He had a rules official with him.
Are you kidding?
No, the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just in case I needed a
ruling.
clarification.
Bart, listen, Bart, I want to say this. Bart played everything down, and he pretty much putted everything out.
It's the man in the arena.
I mean, like, in the interest of time, there were a couple of foot-long putts or something that we were like, let's go. But he played it all down.
I give him credit.
I mean, it was
took the proper drop.
It was an honest night.
When appropriate.
It was an honest
no lift
nighty.
clean in place, none of that.
Had a cart pass situation.
You honored the game.
I took
You
the
honored the
appropriate
game.
Drop. Yep.
That's the thing about Bart. He always honors the
He
game of
almost
golf.
hit a ball OB, Chuck. And I mean, it was like right up against the line. And we all went and looked at it and we're like, you're good. And Bart came over there and he stood there for a minute and he goes, I got to make sure this is good. I couldn't live with
Honest
myself.
Bart,
I
yeah.
couldn't live
Well,
with myself.
he's a steward of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I did do
honor.
that.
Listen,
I did do that.
Listen, Bart can babysit your kids, man. You can trust him. He
won't steal from you.
Nah, you can send your kids to Bart's Halloween to his address. You can send them there. He'll hand out
No
candy.
razor blades in his candy or anything like
Nobody does
that. No poison apples.
That's so old. Oh my gosh.
Poison apples.
What's your address, Bart? Let's give it out now.
No,
We'll just send
let's not.
That's
do
what
that.
they used to warn us about when we were kids, Edward.
When Snow White came out in
Yes,
the 60s.
that's what they warned us about.
Hey, if you want to feel better and look better, you can do it because when you feel better, everything's better. You can do it with the Sweatnum Edge. Look it up, Google it, the Sweatnum Edge. Get the free evaluation today. If you're tired, you're lacking energy, whatever the issue is, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel bad. We just lack some of the things that we once had. And figuring out what that is, getting tested for it, it's a free evaluation. The Sweatnum Edge will give you a game plan. It has been something that's been tremendously helpful for me. I drink way less caffeine and energy drinks than I once did. I mean, that was like part of my daily routine, like 2 Celsius a day. Unnecessary. And when you feel better, you sleep better, life is better. The Sweatnum Edge, look it up, or log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com, get more details. The Chuck and Bo Show, it's 8:47. Good morning. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories,
This is premium refreshment, 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Everybody wants to win. When you, as a fan or a person or whoever, make everything about winning, you're saying that only winning is acceptable. And I guarantee you, you don't win every single day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart shot 90 yesterday. Everybody was interested. They were even interested at Hogtroff Gutters. Everyone wanted to know how Bart was doing. If you're having issues with your gutters or the drainage around your house is giving you problems, Hogtroff Gutters has the answer. First off, they're locally owned and operated. Secondly, 30 years of experience. And the biggest thing is they do it all. Seamless gutters. They make them on site. They'll do trenching work, French drains. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job comes with a 20-year warranty, and they service the entire area. If you've got a problem, take a picture of it. Text it to them. Lots of times they can get a pretty good start right there. Sometimes they can tell you exactly what the issue is. At the very least, they'll have an idea of what they're working with, and that helps you. Great service, and again, guaranteed service. So you can log on to hoggutters.com.
Bart shot 90 yesterday, bogeyed 18. Had a great round going, in the middle of it, and then a little lost ball situation kind of wreaked havoc on him. So we'll do it again, Fayetteville Country Club next Friday. Bart, the actual top 25, do we have time for that? The Chevy of Fayetteville situation?
Yeah, we'll run through it real quick here. Number 1, Ohio State, unchanged. Also, Miami, number 2, unchanged from last week. Texas A&M, up 3 spots to number 3. Ole Miss 4, Alabama 5, Georgia 6, Indiana 7, LSU 8, Texas Tech 9, Tennessee 10, Georgia Tech 11, Notre Dame, Oregon, Missouri, Vanderbilt at 15, Oklahoma slides down to 16, Virginia, BYU, Memphis 20, Utah 21, Cincinnati 22, Texas 23, USC 24, Nebraska, and 25, South Florida.
Biggest differences between you and the AP poll?
Most
Indiana.
of them. Yeah. Most of them.
So
they have Indiana higher than I do.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
the AP called and said, do you
They're
want
right.
to vote, would you do it?
Well, I'd at least lead
Yes.
some credibility lend some credibility to their poll.
Yeah. Just one among the thousands that are wrong, though. We'll try and do better tomorrow. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Have a great Wednesday.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades.